What's up, it's Icy, and before I get into the video, I want to acknowledge that as I started recording this, Joyner just dropped his ZZ Freestyle, the third diss track in his back and forth with Tory Lanez, and as you're watching this, Tory may have dropped his response to ZZ Freestyle as well. However, this video will focus on the round 1 of the rap beef, which includes Joyner Lucas's Liddy Freestyle and Tory Lanez Liddy Again Freestyle. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, let's get into the content. Tory Lanez and Joyner Lucas have been trading shots back and forth, which has culminated in the release of diss tracks from both rappers. The two artists used the beat of Meek Mill and Tory Lanez song Liddy Again as the backdrop of their disses, with Joyner being the first to release his track, which is the song I'm about to break down. Obviously, I'm not going to cover every single line, so I went through and picked out the bars that were intended to be the most personal. The first line I chose from Joyner's track is, "What's up with you R&B singers trying to turn rappers and trappers? You should just stay in your lane, bro, you sound like Parappa the Rapper. I'm looking down on you when you talk to me, you should grab you a ladder." Joyner criticizes Tory for being another R&B singer who's trying to put on a thug appearance and cross over into rap, which actually isn't a great diss, because before Tory went mainstream as an R&B singer, he was releasing lots of great rapping tracks. But Joyner does take a nice jab when he says you need a ladder to talk to me, as it's a funny way of pointing out that Tory's only 5'3". Next, Joyner says, "Leave all that lyrical shit up to me, I'm a savage that bang, bring all your Prada suits back to," and then it's kind of hard to tell what he's saying. He says, "Take all that auto-tune back to T-Pain." Joyner points out that he's more of the lyrical rapper of the two, and that Tory Lanez is just a generic auto-tune artist who's inspired by T-Pain. After that, we get the bars, "I swear you R&B rappers is strange, you okay but you ain't nobody favorite, you alright but you ain't nobody major, 5'3", you ain't nobody dangerous." Here, Joyner gets two quality disses in. First saying that Tory's a decent artist, but he's not good enough or distinct enough to be anyone's favorite, he's just average. And he also manages to get in a diss about Tory's short stature again, as Joyner says he's not intimidated in this battle because he's not scared of someone who's 5'3". It's a little mean, but that's the point. Next, we get the bars, "Maybe that weed you were smoking had you feeling confident, let's have a real conversation, maybe that doctor put something inside of your head when you got your new hairline replacement." Here, Joyner's saying that Tory's delusional for thinking he even has a chance in this rap battle. And Joyner also manages to get in a quality diss about Tory getting a hairline replacement, something I'm sure Tory wanted to keep on the down low. Joyner then raps, "They compare me to M, they compare you to Iggy, they compare me to Meth, they compare you to Dizzy." Joyner points out that he's the rapper who's respected as a lyricist. He's the Eminem or Method Man of this beef, and Tory's just the pop rapper who no one really likes anymore. He's the Iggy Azalea, and that's kind of true. I mean, Tory hasn't had anything even close to a hit since 2017 with the song Shooters, and I would argue that it wasn't really even a hit. We then get the lines, "I'ma do what Travis should've did a while ago, I'ma do what Drake should've did a while ago, throw your ass off a cliff, make you say Geronimo, then you had one chance, now you slumped on, go back in the booth, make another love song." This is my favorite set of bars of the whole track, as Joyner mentions Tory's previous beefs with Drake and Travis Scott and says that they took it easy on him, but Joyner, he's gonna come full throttle. And the ending, where Joyner says, "Go back and make another love song," is very tongue-in-cheek, as it criticizes the soft nature of Tory's music and points out the fact that Tory doesn't belong in this rap battle because he's just a love song crooner. And the last diss we get is, "Tory, why all your songs always sound like a rerun? I just want my motherfucking refund. Funny looking ass, go and eat some. I never had to get my fucking teeth done." This is another great set of bars where Joyner makes fun of Tory's music and appearance. He first says that Tory's songs all sound the same and are generic, which is very true. Joyner then mentions how Tory needs to eat more to get bigger, which is another jab at his stature. And he brings light to another cosmetic operation Tory got, which was to fix his crooked teeth. And I'm sure that like his hair replacement surgery, Tory wanted to keep the teeth job under wraps. So Joyner got in a lot of quality disses for his diss track, as he went at Tory's appearance and the quality and content of Tory's music, which is all fair game for a rap battle. He also crafted the track with many slick and impressive flows, making the song an enjoyable listen. And shortly after Joyner's diss, Tory came back with a diss track of his own, and that's what we'll get into next. The first personal bar Tory raps is, "Eminem couldn't get you to 1,000,000 on the gram. Chris Brown tried, failed both times. I done took your page to 1,000,000 in a day. If you ask me, I'm your motherfucking cosign." This is a weak criticism for so many reasons. For one, just saying I'm more famous than you is a very played out and lazy diss. And Tory's trying to insinuate he's on the same level as A-listers like Chris Brown and Eminem, which is just objectively false any way you look at it. The next part Tory gives is from the perspective of Joyner's dad, and it goes, "All I got is a failed music career, and my revenge is giving that shit to my son." Dissing Joyner's dad's failed music career doesn't disrespect Joyner, because it has nothing to do with Joyner's career. And although Tory implies that Joyner has a failed music career with this line, that's just not true, as Joyner's managed to build a large internet fanbase and, as already mentioned, has worked with industry giants like Eminem and Chris Brown. After that, Tory raps, "You fucked Alex, man, that shit crazy. You said you out here running threesomes with a dude that's in court dealing with kid cases." Gotta give credit to Tory on this one, as he points out that on Joyner's diss track, he brags about banging Trippie Redd's ex with fellow rapper 6ix9ine, and it's a bit weird that Joyner's bragging about having a threesome with someone who's a sex offender. Next, we get the bar, "I got 5 different plaques this year, you did a whole song with Eminem, and you still don't even have one." This is a horrible diss, because Tory's last song that got a platinum plaque was released back in 2016. For reference, a platinum plaque is achieved when 1 million copies are sold, and Joyner's song with Eminem that was released this year is actually eligible for a platinum plaque, which defeats the whole purpose of the diss. Tory then raps, "Busta Rhymes impersonating, worthless baby, irksome daily, hurts to say it, burger flippin', birthed in the 80s, trying to be a 90s baby, 30-something trying to chase it." Tory's wrong to say that Joyner's a Busta Rhyme copycat, as the only similarity between the two is that they both rap fast. But the second part of this bar is pretty impressive, in which Tory says Joyner's too old to be a new school rapper, being that Joyner's 30 and most upcoming rappers are teenagers or in their early 20s. Next, we get another line coming from Joyner's perspective, which goes, "Everybody knows I can spit it in quick time even if the lines is as shitty as 6ix9ine. Here we get a very hypocritical bar from Tory Lanez, where he says Joyner's a fast rapper but a poor lyricist. This is just untrue, as Joyner has many meaningful songs with great lyrics, such as "I'm Not Racist," "I'm Sorry," and "Ross Cappuccini." If anything, Tory's the artist known for his surface level and generic lines. Tory then continues to rap from Joyner's perspective and says, "Try to make songs about depression but nobody ever get it, so I take it out and pop in other people's beats now." Tory says that no one cares about the deep tracks that Joyner makes, and that people only really want to listen to the freestyles where Joyner raps over the beats of other popular hip-hop artists. Again, this is untrue, as Joyner's biggest song of his career is "I'm Not Racist," which is also one of his most socially conscious tracks. Overall, Tory's diss track is pretty weak, as he rarely gets in a good diss, and many of his criticisms are just untrue. To me, it's pretty clear that Joyner won this round, as his disses hit harder and his song sounds better all around. Although Joyner took round 1, it'll be very interesting to see how this rap beef plays out. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, it would mean a lot if you could like and subscribe. Thanks and have a nice day.